Hello. Right on time as always. Yeah. Welcome to WULFF DEN Podcast. How you doing? Good to see you. And it is stories. What we got? What's going on? What's up today?
Hey, how's it going?
And Nintendo's prepping Switch 1 retirement. Hurry up! Get into it!
Okay, all right. Nintendo is prepping Switch 1 retirement. Nintendo is stepping further away from its original Switch console, with the company now planning to dedicate most of its attention to its successor. In a financial results briefing on Wednesday, Nintendo said that going forward, we will shift our primary development focus to Nintendo Switch 2 and expand our business around this new platform. The Switch won't be retired immediately, but the wheels are now in motion, and we'll probably start seeing fewer games released for the older platform. For now, Nintendo says it will continue to sell Switch hardware while taking consumer demand and the business environment into consideration, and that several major Switch titles are still in the pipeline from October onward.
Wow, that's crazy. Next story, come on, hurry up.
Right on.
No, I'm kidding. Today, we're also going to be talking about State of Play, which was horrible and everybody hated it.
It was on my commute home, so I missed it. So we'll catch up together.
Japan exclusive PlayStation 5.
That was part of the...
I did see that.
Yeah, that was part of the reveal. That is not in Sony's official recap.
What you don't have here is Nintendo bricked all third-party Nintendo Switch docks.
I caught that late, and I didn't get a chance to put an article in.
We'll talk about that a little bit. And some other bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's it. I hope you guys are good.
Yeah.
We're good. We're so good. I was on the couch asleep till 5 minutes
ago. Thank you for your patience. My wife was sick, which meant I had to deal with the kids around bedtime. So that is why we are starting at 9. So thank you for your patience. Kids are great.
Have kids. Everybody have kids. Thank you to Snake Eater for the 100 bits. Out of all the crazy crap y'all have said here, I've never seen so many upset comments about your takes on cats. We expect that.
You know, it's not fair. Can't talk about cats. Can't talk about Trump. Can't talk about anything on this podcast. Why do you come here? Just do something else.
Can't talk about race relations.
Yeah, can't talk about that
out here for a gaming podcast.
Yeah, for some cis white males, it's hard out here for us.
Scott the Sloth, thanks for the 14 months. War Machine, thanks for the 20 months. Junior Moser, thanks for the 37 months. Better late than never. Happy podcast day. Oh my god, see, now you get it.
Yeah.
And then no super chats. Fuck you, YouTube. Shin down, thanks for the Prime. All right, so I guess we'll talk about Nintendo moving on from the Switch 1.
Yes,
they're just shifting development focus from Switch 1 to Switch 2, which I think was pretty obvious.
It was inevitable.
It's just that Nintendo doesn't usually say that they're doing that. They usually give it a little more time, and they say that the last generation hardware is still there if you want it.
Yeah, they always make up some half true story.
They're usually pretty cheeky about sunsetting it.
Yeah, because when
it's still on store shelves, so they still want you to buy it.
When the DS came out, they were like, "Oh, this isn't a competitor to the Game Boy Advance. This is a third pillar, if you will. We'll have Game Boy Advance, we'll have DS, and then we'll have GameCube." And then very quickly they sunsetted the GBA in favor of the DS. Same thing when the Switch came out, they're like, this isn't competing with the 3DS, this is just another thing you can buy. And then they slowly shuffled the 3DS.
Yeah, this time they're just nope, fuck that thing.
Yep.
We got a whole new thing. There is a little graphic here that shows 84% of Switch 2 players have transitioned from the Nintendo Switch. Well, that's
84%
has transitioned from the Switch 2 from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2.
Uh-huh.
That isn't surprising at all. That just means that, first of all, the Switch 1 sold 150 million units.
Mm-hmm.
No one else exists in the world.
Okay, all right. So the way of the people who have bought Switch 2s, 84% of them were Switch 1 owners.
Yes.
16% of them are brand new to the ecosystem.
Yes. That statistic I think is not relevant. I think it tricks you into thinking it's like exciting, but it's really like, okay,
yeah,
most gamers had a Switch because there was just so many out there.
Well, I think the fact that 16% are new players entirely.
Well, that's what they want. They want the new guys.
That's actually, 16% is still a lot in the grand scheme of things.
And they want the kids. They want to grasp the kids.
Yeah.
They want to capture the kids.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of kids that are brand new
to
this world, and they never were here for the Switch one. So they're going to be part of that 60%.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will grow over time. And then what? Breakdown of Nintendo adoption timing during the Nintendo Switch timing among Nintendo Switch 2 users. Oh, so these are people who have a Switch 2 when they purchased their Switch 1, I guess?
Yeah. So if they bought it in 2017, they were more likely to upgrade to the Switch 2.
That probably would have been me had I not had a... Well, no, that's not true. I probably would have gotten like a special edition Switch or maybe the OLED Switch in the middle of the life cycle. But do I count then? Am I 2017? If I have 1,000 Switches?
Yeah.
I guess I adopted a Switch in 2017.
You bought your first Switch in 2017.
That's also not that surprising. I mean, those are power users.
Yeah.
The people who are early adopters to the Switch 2 are going to be power users.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any have you been tempted to get a Switch 2 at all? When did you get the Switch 1? Did you get it in 2017?
I got it in 2017, yeah.
Okay. So have you been tempted at all to get a Switch 2?
Yes and no. It's mostly like the price that's keeping me from it. Like, I do want to play Metroid Prime 4 when that comes out.
That is soon.
But
December.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it is also a Switch 1 game. And I don't know how big of a performance gap it's going to be between 1 and 2 to necessitate me upgrading to the Switch 2.
You're going to have to wait for a Digital Foundry video.
Yes. Which I am okay with. I am a patient boy. So that's fine with me. Yeah, because like I mean, my life is a disaster right now. I look at my PlayStation 5, I don't really play that right now. I look at my Xbox Series, I don't really play that. My Steam Deck's been not getting a lot of love recently, so like I'm not in a rush to go out and purchase like the next big thing, as it were. Like I can wait a little bit until, you know, maybe a revision, maybe like an OLED model.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some more games come out.
I think most people are in that boat. There's not, I mean, I think Nintendo has been pretty good at providing software. This year does have a lot of great games, but it's going to take a while for it to trickle out and for there to be enough first-party stuff to be worthy of upgrading.
And I feel like that's indicative of like the console market as a whole, right? You know, people just aren't really, you know, they say that the PlayStation 5 is like on pace with the PlayStation 4, but like, is it really? Like, people don't seem as excited about it as they did when the PS4 was out. The Xbox Series is more or less done at this point.
Yeah.
So it's not really apples to apples.
We're also in a weird space where a lot of games just are on both.
Yeah.
Like most people playing consoles are playing free-to-play games.
Yeah.
And those games are on everything.
Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, like those are the big games.
Yeah.
And those are still on last gen.
You could play them wherever. I mean, back in the day, it used to be like Call of Duty would release on two consoles, on like the old console and the new console, and then eventually they'll just stop releasing it on the old console. But free-to-play games are kind of everywhere. So, I mean, on Switch, you just got Fortnite. It's way better on the Switch too, but you know, that might not be enough for people to jump over.
Yeah.
I mean, Mario Kart World, I think, was a great first game. But add on top of that Donkey Kong, add on top of that Metroid.
Yeah.
And then I think we have something that people might actually want. And also, so I haven't tried Kirby Air Riders yet. There was a demo that was out last weekend. And the demo will be out again this weekend. And it's at weird times. One of the time slots is like 1 a.m. So I will 3 a.m. I'm gonna try that because I'm actually very excited for Kirby Air Riders. I think it looks like Mario Kart but good. So it was hard to recommend a Switch 2 when it first came out. So I understand why not a lot of people are like adopting it, but I understand it. It might be a good pick for the holidays.
Yeah.
And you said Metroid's coming for the Switch 1, so like
Correct.
that's a reason why you might not want to switch over, but games like Pokemon, like I've been enjoying Pokemon, and I'm seeing Switch 1 footage and that looks rough as hell.
Yeah.
So like that's a game that I would never ever recommend for somebody who has a Switch 1. So some of these even like little upgrades in these games might be worth it to some people. That being said, it sold more than 10.36 million, the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Sold more than 10 million units so far. It's just the first year.
That's very good.
It's doing pretty good, at least.
On pace to beat out the Wii U.
It almost did. It almost did now. So it's interesting that it sold so much that they're straight up announcing we're not going to make Switch 1 games.
I know. That's the big thing, cuz like like we said, they always like pretend like they're going to keep the last gen console around for a little bit while and then they like shutter it. But here they're like, nah, count your blessings. This thing's going to go soon.
Yeah, I guess they didn't say like we're stopping development, but they said it's not their primary focus.
Yeah.
Which is also interesting because they also keep saying Nintendo Switch family of systems. So like a lot of games are releasing on both, but like their focus doesn't seem to be releasing on both. Their focus seems to be Switch 2, put it on that.
Well, remember a few weeks ago, there was that story where some third-party devs don't have Switch 2 dev kits, and Nintendo said just make a Switch 1 version, and rely on backwards compatibility. So I think if that's still the case,
that seemed to be a lie.
Yeah,
I think that to me tells me they did not have Switch 2 development units.
Let's assume that it's true, and a lot of developers don't have Switch 2 dev kits. They're still working on Switch 1 dev kits. It would make sense then to just keep releasing games on Switch 1 and just have a Switch 2 version eventually. Like it'll work on Switch 2.
They still need better tools for developers to make a Switch 2 version. Even if it's not a full-blown development kit. Give me some tools to make it so that I can have just something small. Like if I have a 2D little indie game, can I have it so that it's just 1080p on a Switch 2, instead of 720p? That shouldn't be that crazy. Let me certify it. That this all tells me that they just didn't have a lot of Switch 2 development units to go around. So they were being very conservative with them. So, I mean, if the game's small enough, I guess making a Switch 1 version is fine, but there are these little quirks, like if you're playing a 720p game on a 1080p console, sometimes it looks weird. Sometimes the scaling is off. And there's some other quirks, like limited run games had like a line of code that just broke on a Switch 2 version. So I don't understand why you can't just have a development environment on the computer for a system like the Switch 2.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because the architecture and like the hardware is so specific, like it needs its own dedicated device.
That's the thing, though. It's not that specific anymore. It's not like a Switch 1. It's not like a Wii U. It's like it's very similar.
It's still running a custom-made NVIDIA Tegra chip.
My theory crafting here would be for low-powered games, like Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Like, let the developers know what that game's going to look like on a 1080p screen, and they can't do that on a Switch 1. And if they don't have a Switch 2 development kit, how are they going to know what the game's going to look like on a Switch 2? Give them a little emulation environment. I know that would break things because that would lead to piracy, but like, suck it up, pussy. You're the biggest fucking game developer on the planet. Anyway. So get a Switch 2, or else Nintendo says you're never going to be able to play a Switch 1 game ever again. That's what's happening.
If you still have a Switch 1 by 2027,
you're poor.
Yeah, and they're just going to brick it.
Yeah, and they said that.
Yeah.
Farmer Gooch, thanks for the $20. Love you too, Bob and Will. Thanks. Seesaw, thanks for the 61 months. While we're talking about Nintendo bricking stuff, I'll just bring this up real quick. I have an article. This article kind of doesn't say much and doesn't source anything. So I was trying to see who's saying that these docks are being bricked. So this is from Go Nintendo. Saying latest Switch 2 firmware. I also think Austin John made a video about Switch 2.
I did see that. Yeah.
Latest Switch 2 firmware update appears to be killing select third-party docks. It also apparently updates the Pro controller.
Okay.
So it does something different. I don't know what it does. While every Switch 2 comes with an official dock, third parties have been offering their own solutions as well. These third-party docks often change form factor over what Nintendo provides, and they include you guys all know what third-party docks look like, right? Just last night, the Switch 2 received a firmware update, which I haven't done yet. The update brought with it a litany of tweaks and adjustments, but it also seems to have caused some problems for third-party dock owners as well, according to a variety of hands-on reports and forum posts. A handful of Switch 2 third-party docks have ceased to function after the firmware update. It's not clear what exact third-party docks are experiencing issues, but there are simply too many reports out there to say that the malfunctions are coincidence. So I was trying to find these reports, and they link to a Reddit post.
They link to a Reddit post, and the Reddit post links to an Insane Forums post.
Yeah, so the forum post that they link to is just talking. It's old, and it's just talking about how the
how the handshake works between the Switch and the dock.
Yeah, how the dock talks to the Switch and how it gets the voltage and whatever. But that's it. So there are people commenting on the Reddit post saying like that they are experiencing stuff. But it's unclear what exactly. Currently, the only one they found to have this key. Okay, so the encryption key. All right, so the way that it works is, I've talked about this before. The dock is encrypted, or at least the conversation that the Switch 2 has with the dock, with the official dock, is encrypted.
Yes.
Some third-party manufacturers have broken this encryption. They've figured it out, so they built it. They built the encryption key into their docks. So their docks can now talk to the Switch 2 and ask for a specific voltage. This was also a problem on the Switch 1, but it was different. It wasn't a specific encryption key, at least not to anybody's knowledge. It was just that the Switch was asking for weird voltages, and the third-party docks didn't know what to do with that. So sometimes they would cause fatal problems, and other times they would fumble upwards and just work somehow. That's why I never recommended third-party docks for the Switch 1, because it was like a miracle that they ever worked at all, and they technically should have never worked and were always dangerous. So on the Switch 2, there's an encryption key, so it's clear as day what the voltage that the Switch 2 wants. So technically, it's not as dangerous. The only thing that is dangerous is you're spending your money on something that Nintendo could just change in an update.
Yeah.
And it looks like they did that. They changed the encryption key, so now all these third-party docks have to be updated too, once the third-party dock manufacturers learn what the encryption key is. So, and that's just what I'm speculating.
Right.
It's, if they all just stopped working, the most obvious answer is probably the encryption key is changed.
Yeah.
Which was very obvious that this was going to happen from the very beginning. Once we learned that it was an encryption key, the whole reason it is an encryption key is because Nintendo knew we can just change that.
And because Nintendo wants you to get their $100 dock and not some cheap knockoff third-party dock.
$120.
$120.
It's fucking expensive. I did it. It sucks. I don't know why I did it. Because I ended up getting it. I have 3 docks now.
Why do you have 3?
Everything sucks.
I guess.
Is it me or is the audio not synced? We synced it. We checked it. Synced for me. He says synced for me. Anyway. So yeah, I don't know what exactly the dock. I had a replacement enclosure for my S1 dock. Okay, we don't care. That's not what I want to know. So I don't know exactly what the issue people are having is. I'm assuming that some of them just stopped working.
Yeah.
It's possible some of them are causing weird issues by not having this encryption key, just like we saw with the previous Switch 1, which would be really, really bad. Like, imagine if Nintendo updated it and now Switches are getting bricked. Like, not something I would imagine that Nintendo would want. I would imagine what they want is for these third parties to just not work.
Especially when, like, you know, using a third party dock doesn't really, like, that's the equivalent of using a third party controller. You know, you're just using an accessory not made by Nintendo. You're not, you know, breaking into the system. You're not like hacking the firmware or like doing anything like that. You're not jailbreaking it. You're just using a unlicensed accessory.
Yeah. And USB-C is universal.
It's supposed to be.
That's
what the U stands for.
There's absolutely no reason for this proprietariness. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that Nintendo benefits from. It's actually harder for them to do that because all of the info is right there. They could just take open source stuff and get it to work, but they're shooting themselves in the foot. Linus Tech Tips made a whole video saying that it's laziness that they're not complying with USB-C standards. I don't know. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't see how it could be lazy if they're going out of their way to
update it and break it. Yeah, no, this is malicious. It's malicious that they that they have a proprietary dock. That's what I would say. I think they're giving Nintendo way too much credit there. So yeah, if you got a third party dock, look out. This one tweet says it killed this particular one.
I think that's the one Austin John had in his stuff.
Oh, well then there you go. Maybe it's different than just encryption, but because the other one, the long one, whatever that one was, that one had I mean they all have the encryption figured out, but that one in particular was the one that they used to figure out what was happening between the Switch and the Switch dock. Anyway, besides price, what do third-party docks have over the first-party? Just different form factor. And definitely the price. The price is insane. Like $130 for a USB-C dock that is just like a dumb hub is stupid. Like I've spent a lot of money on USB-C docks, but they're Thunderbolt and have like...
They're powerful.
Yeah, like... These Razer ones that you see over there, that has 140 watts of power delivery, and it was $300, but it's Thunderbolt 4, and you plug your hard drive, you plug fucking everything into it, and it powers the MacBook while using it. It's like amazing.
Yeah,
this thing doesn't do anything.
It's the equivalent of like a $20 Anchor hub.
Yeah, it's a splitter.
Yeah.
It's just a splitter is all it is. It doesn't do anything. It does everything that you can do by just plugging directly into the Switch itself. So being $120 is absolutely insane. And it's way bigger than it needs to be. All of the stuff that it's just right here. It's just this one little square right here. That's where all the meat is. There's absolutely no reason for this dock to be the way that it is. Please refresh the stream before assuming you are getting audio sync. Yeah, you're going to bother me. You're going to give me agita. Sleeping Kitten says, guys, I'm gay. That's cool, dude.
Hell yeah.
But there are a license for third-party controllers? So?
Well, yeah, that like Nintendo allows other things to be third party, like controllers, headphones, memory cards. Like they do allow for third party accessories. Why not the dock?
Yeah.
Like, why is that sacred ground right here?
I think the argument that they're trying to have is that why are there like we're allowing them to have a license for a controller?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we allow them to proprietize the dock? Like the controllers are proprietized. Why not the dock?
Yeah.
I don't want the controllers to be proprietized either. It's just kind of generally accepted that they are.
Yeah. I mean,
the other console manufacturers are doing it. So, I mean, we lost that battle already.
Yeah.
But there really is no reason for the controller because it's just Bluetooth. On like the PlayStation, on the Xbox, it's a proprietary signal.
Mm-hmm.
And on the PlayStation, I think it's different than Bluetooth.
It is Bluetooth, but I think they also use like another like signal.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
It's something different. Is happening.
Well, at least with Xbox, you can use a wired, like the third-party controllers are wired controllers. So at least there's that option.
Well, yeah. So you don't have to license the wireless signal. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway.
Backlog.
Hi. Backlog time.
Backlog is the segment of the WULFF Den Podcast where we go through our entire video game collection, a collection of over 1,051 games. We pick one at random, we talk about it, regardless of whether or not we've played it.
517.
517. Okay. Let's see. What are we dealing with here?
We keep doing this. We're going to run out of games.
Yeah. Max Payne 3 for the PC. Also, we have it on Xbox 360.
Okay.
Yes.
When did we get it on PC?
I got this my first dalliance of being a PC gamer. I bought the 3-pack of Max Payne 1, 2, and 3 for PC.
Okay.
But I think I only played it on Xbox 360.
I definitely only played it on Xbox 360.
Regardless, game rules.
This game rules.
It is basically so much ass.
It is basically just Man on Fire. Right?
Yes.
The story is just the movie
story,
Man on Fire.
The story is Man on Fire. The vibes are Man on Fire. There's like other like movie elements into it. Like there's a section that is like ripped directly from Dirty Harry. There's a few sections here or there that are just like John Wick. But this game is good. So this is the third entry in the Max Payne series. This is the first game in the series not developed by Remedy. This was actually developed in-house by Rockstar.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
It is.
So the other ones were published by Rockstar.
Correct.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So this was published and developed by Rockstar, and you could tell because it's very different from the other Max Payne games. For one thing, it doesn't have like the flat comic book style cutscenes of the other games. It like tries to emulate it, like you can see on screen. It does like split screens and text appears on screen, but like it's not the same vibe.
It has a really nice like the animations and stuff are very nice.
Yeah, it's a lot brighter than the other games are. I think that mostly has to do with the fact it takes place in Brazil and it's like very sunny and bright, and Max Payne's wearing a Hawaiian shirt in it.
Yeah, and the story is a massive I don't want to say tone shift, but it has nothing to do with the rest of Max Payne.
No, and like they try to, I think, tie it back to the first two games because there are sections that take place in New York in the same kind of like black city scape that the first two games had. Max is wearing his classic like leather jacket and tie in that game. But for the most part, like we said, it takes place in Brazil. Max is like several years older. He's fat and out of shape. He goes through a crisis and shaves his head at one point. But that said, story and tone aside, the gameplay of this game is phenomenal. Like,
it's really, really good.
Rockstar nailed that more than anything else. It's not an open world game, which is their bread and butter. It is more of a linear cover shooter. But they keep all the classic Max Payne elements there. The fast-paced gunplay, the bullet time especially. You slow down time. You can dive through the air and stuff. You can destructible environments.
That's really the only way this is a Max Payne game. is that there's a heavy focus on the bullet time gunplay.
Yeah.
This was back when Rockstar was really good at releasing a lot of smaller games. Not a lot, but like a decent amount of smaller games that had very interesting mechanics that they all then brought into Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
This was the gunplay of what would eventually become Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, and it's great that they perfected it here to the point where when it did come to Grand Theft Auto 5, like it was just a natural transition. Like there was no real difference between the two, and honestly, to some extent it kind of played better here because that was the sole focus of the game.
Yeah,
was the gunplay.
Yeah, it was great.
If you notice, in some of the scenes that we have on screen, Max is like holding the long gun in one hand.
Oh yeah,
and like firing the pistol in the other hand. They had this like really weird like thing about realism where like Max can only, you have to see the guns Max is carrying with him. So it's not like the old Max Payne games where like you carry like up to 10 weapons and just cycle through them. Like they had this weird obsession with like, you have to see the guns Max has. So like you can only carry a handgun, a long gun, and if he had two handguns, he drops the long gun and has the two handguns in his like holsters. So
was there a weapon wheel? I thought there was a weapon wheel.
There was a weapon wheel, but like it was only 4 weapons.
Okay.
So it was like whatever he had on him, literally whatever he had on him.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but gameplay was really good. Action was really good. I'm seeing there's a lot of cutscenes. I didn't realize there were a lot of cutscenes.
Yeah, this was
like 8 hours long though.
It was 8 hours long. It was not that long, but it was very story heavy. Like it really hammered in like this really dark and bleak story about
10 hours.
10 hours. You know, it's about a cop. You know, Max Payne games are always about like a cop on the edge, but like this was, the cop is like at his last straw.
It's literally Man on Fire, and Man on Fire is a very good movie, so this was a very good game.
Yeah.
So I very much liked it.
There was a multiplayer mode in this game.
I didn't know that.
I don't know anybody else who knew that either, because like nobody talked about it. I remember when it came out, like the multiplayer mode was talked a lot and like hyped up a lot, and then I think Game Trailer said that was the best part of the game. Fucked if I know anybody who's played it.
Yeah, I've never even seen this.
Yeah,
it just looks. That's the Grand Theft Auto. Is this just Grand Theft Auto?
No, that's Max Payne.
Well, that's the Grand Theft Auto like map.
Well, again, like this was a test bed for a lot of things they would put into Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 5.
This text is also Grand Theft Auto.
Well, you can see on the other side, that's the Max Payne health meter.
This?
The guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when it gets too high up, that means Max is gonna die. So you got to take painkillers to get that down.
Right. This is so weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Multiplayer mode, you can use bullet time in it, which is really weird.
Yeah, how does that work?
Well, I have no idea.
Because you can't slow down.
I've never played it, so I don't
slow down the
I don't know how it works.
Server.
Yeah.
Maybe 1v1 you can slow it down.
Yeah. God, I kind of want to play this game right now. Can we stop the podcast? No, it's so good.
You have it on Steam?
We do have it on Steam,
okay.
and it works on Mac.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I do remember like playing this game. It was like, it had like a really good difficulty curve. And when the game got hard, it like tried to help you in like ways that didn't insult your intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember one part where like I just could not get past it. And I think after like my 10th death, it like gave me extra ammo. And then after like the next death, it's like, all right, +1 health.
I hate that. I hate when games do that. It makes me feel like a bitch taking the chicken hat. That in Metal Gear 5, it was the chicken
I would rather that. I would rather like scaling difficulty like that than a Devil May Cry situation where it stops the game. It's like, hey, you seem to suck at this. Why don't you play on easy, loser?
That, yeah.
Because it's like they're trying to help you get through the game. They're not trying to make you feel bad for like not being elite.
I think the new Ninja Gaiden did that.
Yeah.
It gave me something and I didn't realize what it was doing was giving me the bitch the bitch way out. Like the Tanuki tail in Mario, the golden Tanuki tail. Like the chicken hat.
I mean, like to be clear, like I had to die like several times before it gave me anything.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I just feel like such an asshole doing it. Anyway, recommend.
Hard recommend. Yes.
I think it's my favorite Max Payne.
It's available on Steam. It is backwards compatible with on Xbox Series. So if you're an Xbox player, you can play it on that. Yeah, if you still got your PS3, bust it out and track this game down. It's decently priced everywhere you go. So Max Payne 3. The sunny one, because it's in Brazil.
DT Hayward says Max Payne game came out first. You're not right. Oh, before Man on Fire.
Max Payne 1.
Yeah, Max Payne 1.
So that's what we were talking about. Like, Max Payne 1 and 2 are very different vibes from this game.
Yeah, Man on Fire came out, and then they were like, ooh, let's make a Max Payne game that's like Man on Fire.
Yeah. So that's what we're getting at.
Because I distinctly remember watching Man on Fire. I don't watch a lot of movies, but I watched Man on Fire, and then I played this game, and I was like, oh, I see where they got it all from.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching the Backlog. We're going to keep doing our podcast. See?
Bye.
Just made it to the stream chat. What did Xbox mess up this week? Actually, nothing.
Well, that depends on your definition of messed up.
Let's talk about what Sony messed up first.
Okay. So today was the Sony State of Play Japanese edition. No, seriously, today was a special Japanese focused State of Play that was packed with content from start to finish. That's their words, not mine. We'll do what we always do, and we'll just go through the list, see if anything interests us. Starting with BlazBlue Entropy Effect X.
Wait, this looks cool. I didn't see this before.
It's another entry in the BlazBlue or BlazBlue.
Well, those are usually fighting games.
Those are fighting games.
This looks like...
This is a roguelike action spin-off.
Yeah, this looks cool.
Featuring 14 familiar characters from the series and a brand new story, the game lets you craft your own playstyle through deep character build options. Pre-order now. Coming February 12th.
I would like to try that. Is this a PlayStation exclusive?
Um,
This is on PlayStation 5 on February. I bet you it's coming out for everything.
Yeah.
It's coming to Switch.
There you go.
All right.
Next up, we got Broken Lore Unfollow and Broken Lore Ascend. Single player psychological horror anthology Broken Lore revealed 2 major updates.
These look cool. These games look cool.
Yeah.
They look like Resident Evil, basically.
Right.
And something with a phone camera. There's like something going on with a phone camera. It's like a new Fatal Frame type deal.
Okay.
Except it's a phone camera instead of a camera.
Yeah.
And then, here's the other one, Unfollow.
Yeah, so these are updates to the game Broken Lore, which is already out.
Oh.
And yeah.
But these are new games. Never mind. Coffee Talk.
Coffee Talk Tokyo, a spin-off title from the Coffee Talk series. This will launch on PlayStation 5 March 5th. So if you like Coffee Talk, now
if you like telling us to play Coffee Talk, you got another reason to tell us to play Coffee Talk.
Damon and Baby coming to PS5 and PS4 early next year.
Okay, I don't have any clue what this is.
Digimon Storytime Stranger Alternate Dimension DLC. This winter.
Everyone loves this game.
This is the Digimon game people
Yes.
like? Okay.
Right?
Look, it's not like I ever followed Digimon religiously.
Oh, this is Digimon Storytime Stranger.
Yeah.
Is this the one, guys?
Is this the one?
I'm pretty sure it is. Because now it says Digimon Story, and I know one of them is like mostly cutscenes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the one. Everyone's saying yes.
Okay.
Okay. So now you got DLC. Now you can play more and talk about it more. Dragon Quest
7 reimagined.
For all the old people out there.
Which one is this originally launched on the original PlayStation.
Okay.
So this was this the hold on.
Take your time, please.
Released in North America in 2001 under the Dragon Warrior 7 name. Yes, I know they used to do that. Okay, I think this is the first. Is this the first Dragon Quest game to come out on PlayStation? Or was that the one before it? Yeah, so this is the first Dragon Quest game to come out on PlayStation. They did like this Final Fantasy thing. They used to be on Nintendo, now they're on PlayStation.
Okay.
That's this one, and now it's shiny now. It's looking.
Okay.
Dynasty Warriors Origins Visions of 4 Heroes DLC.
I was watching this part live, and the chat did not like seeing this.
I think there might be a Dynasty Warriors backlash. I don't know.
Yeah.
This used to have they used to release the same game every year, but it had a cult following. Like people like these games. Now I think they're like, enough of this shit.
There's still a cult following, but there are just a lot of people that are seeing Dynasty Warriors taking up too much space in their announcements.
Right. Elden Ring, Night Rain, The Forsaken Hollows DLC. This is DLC specifically for Elden Ring Night Rain.
I really like Elden Ring Night Rain. So, I mean, is it free DLC?
Doesn't say.
Because this
is coming out December 4th.
I hope it's free because this is an online multiplayer game.
Right.
So having a free DLC would be a great reason to jump back into the game.
Well, it says it's coming out on PS5 and PS4.
And probably everything else.
Yeah.
This game needs a reason for people to jump back in, not a reason for people to spend more money on the game.
No word on if it's free. Next up, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly. We knew about this game, but now we got, the PlayStation trailer for it.
I don't remember ever seeing the way this game looks.
Wasn't this in the last Nintendo Direct?
It what? Wait.
Fatal Frame 2 the Crimson Butterfly, the remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew they were making a game, but I don't remember seeing it.
Well, now you see it.
Now I see it. Here it is. Yay. Fate Trigger.
Next generation tactical hero shooter begins early access in Q1 2026.
No, this one looks sick.
Yeah, it's got waifus.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo 7 Power Pack DLC
They spent
coming
a lot on
December 4th. Gran Turismo is like their best-selling franchise, period.
Okay.
Like nobody talks about.
Maybe it deserved to have a lot of time spent on it.
Inkobini.
This game
One store, many stories. Gently captures small moments of everyday life, coming to PS5 in April next year.
It was a woman working at a konbini.
So it's woke.
No. It's cute. It's a cozy game.
Right. Cozy games are notoriously woke. Koyoran Makiasim.
Perfect.
Coming January 29th next year. New 3D action RPG from the Disgaea team. Cool. All right. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls.
I want to play this, but I'm not playing it on PlayStation. I refuse.
Well, this is the announcement of the closed beta launching on PS5 December 5th at midnight Pacific time.
I think they did a beta already.
Well, now this beta's got Spider-Man and Ghost Rider.
Oh, yeah. There was like 5 characters announced. So now I guess they're announcing new characters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. I hope that this game has a lot of characters.
Yeah. And if not at launch, then they're like just keep adding characters.
I would like to give this game a try. I need I mean, I'm terrible at fighting games, but I wanna figure them out.
Yeah, but like a good fighting game. Like if you find a good fighting game, you can just like enjoy yourself in it.
Yeah, and then you get online and then you have a terrible
just don't
time.
play online.
This is literally what that little like lobby area that they have with the little chibi characters. This is literally what 2XKO did.
Yeah.
The Riot fighting game did this exact thing.
Have you heard, this is a slight tangent, but like it's related. Have you heard of the clothing company KITH?
Yeah.
They are doing a Marvel vs. Capcom like cross promotion over there. They have like a custom made like 1-up arcade cabinet for Marvel vs. Capcom. They have handheld systems where like if you can play Marvel vs. Capcom.
You mean like in the store?
To buy online, yeah.
Wait.
Right here.
What? I've never seen this.
KITH.com.
I'm working on it.
Right.
I went there and I got a fucking video.
Well, because the video, that's how I learned of it, because action figure talk with Will Wolf here. Hasbro makes Marvel action figures and Jada Toys makes Street Fighter action figures.
This website sucks because the arcade cabinet is under men's.
Well,
So
yeah,
I can't go back and look at the consoles. I could just look at the 1-up arcade cabinet.
because obviously you're not going to find an arcade cabinet in the bra section.
Also, this is a $900 arcade 1-up Marvel vs. Capcom 2 arcade cabinet. You could just get the one that doesn't say KITH and it has 2 other games in it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, no, this has the same amount of games.
So like I was saying, Hasbro makes Marvel action figures. Jada Toys makes Capcom action figures. They don't cross over, but thanks to KITH, they now have Marvel vs. Capcom branded Wolverine and Captain America toys and Marvel vs. Capcom branded Ryu and Mega Man toys. Except they got fucking KITH written on them. So if you go to buy a Ryu figure, he's got KITH written on the back.
I want to see the handheld. What's the URL for the handheld?
That is kith.com/collections/kith-monday-program/products/
You know what? I'm just going to go to collections. And there's fucking nothing on the website.
I'll put it in the keep.
Fuck, website sucks. The Marvel vs. Capcom Arcade Cabinet, by the way, it looked like it had a lot more games than just the three that normally come with the Marvel vs.
Well, I can tell you right now, like the Jada Toys Ryu is only like, I think $25-$30, and putting fucking KITH on the damn thing is going to make it $50.
So what is this that we're looking at?
We are way off topic here.
That's fine.
This is the made-to-order Capcom KITH for Hyper Mega Tech Super Pocket.
$70.
Features a premium 2.8-inch IPS display, built-in rechargeable battery, 4 hours of gameplay, USB-C charging port. Preloaded with 12 classic Capcom arcade titles, the device also is fully compatible with Evercade cartridges for extended play. The design showcases Capcom and KITH's co-branding above the screen, complemented by all-over KITH monogramming. Each unit comes with a special edition packaging adorned with Capcom and KITH co-branded
The
details.
answer to my question was, it is an Evercade. That is it. But it's a vertical Evercade. That's not normal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Capcom. Yeah, it's the Capcom one. Okay, so I have, yes. Okay, it's all coming together now. It's this thing. It's
Oh,
it's this thing.
Okay.
Oh my god. There it is, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's the exact same thing.
Okay.
Yep. Just a clear color. So how much is this thing? Oh, same price. Okay. All right, so you know what? It's not KITH marked up.
Okay,
I'll give them some credit there. Limit 2 per customer though.
That gives me some hope that not like I'm gonna get them, but like maybe the MVC figures will be reasonably priced.
Has KITH always been a hype beast thing? Because that's a supreme move to like just throw your logo on it and say it's a new thing.
This is the first time I'm ever hearing of this company, because they are making the Player 2 version of the Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine.
I don't know where I first heard about KITH, but I started hearing about them because they did an ad campaign with a bunch of comedians, and it was really awkward and weird because they did like stand up in front of like the KITH employees, and like one guy was laughing. It was really awkward.
Sounds right. Anyway, Monster Hunter Wilds free title update come December 16th. The fourth one. We're back on PlayStation.
Here it is.
Motion Rec. Is that how they pronounce it?
Yeah, like record.
Yeah. Spring 2016 is a record and replay puzzle action game where you move, jump, and record your actions to replay them over seemingly impossible paths. Okay. That could be fun. Could be.
Yeah, it's like a platform puzzler.
Yeah.
It looks kind of cool.
Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse.
This looks weird. This is like a Hollow Knight type deal.
2D roguelike boss battles. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it's not the art style, it's the way that everything is moving. It's more like the animation.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it. Like it looks too crisp. Something's like off about it. But,
Got it.
But here it is. It looks like if you like Hollow Knight, here you go. I have another one.
March 5th for PS5 and PS4. No Sleep for Konami date from AI, the Sumium files.
Oh, it's a lot of words.
A lot of words.
That aren't real.
February 26th for PS5 and PS4. On the PS5, game features enhanced visuals that bring every moment of the investigation to life. Cool. Octopath Traveler 0. Demo available today. Coming December 4th for PS5 and PS4.
Big day for Kevin Kenson.
Yeah. Once Upon a Katamari DLC packs this month. Katamari Dance Dance Remix Pack features 5 fresh remix packs and custom costumes. More DLC packs this time for Pac-Man World 2 Repack, the Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration. Hope you like Sonic the Hedgehog in your Pac-Man, because here he is.
Wait, I thought it was the other way around. I thought it was Pac-Man in your Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, I think Pac-Man's in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
Well, I glanced at it for a second, and it looked like Pac-Man was in Sonic Superstars.
Experience brand new stages inspired by Sonic's world, packed with signature speed, classic gimmicks, and familiar faces. Available now on PS5 and PS4.
It literally looks like Sonic.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Congrats, Pac-Man.
Yeah.
You might get people to play your game.
Speaking of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, the SpongeBob SquarePants DLC.
Okay.
Also includes Knights, Ai and Tangle and Whisper join the race as free collaboration racers. SpongeBob DLC launches November 19th or November 20th in Japan.
Let's see what other words we can get Will to say.
Super Robot Wars Y DLC Pack 1 available November 20th. Tokyo Extreme Racer returns to PlayStation after 20 years, launching on the PS5 on February 25th. Cool. Wandering Sword will launch on May 28th. Pre-orders available now, set in ancient China and brought to life with stunning pixel art.
Oh, wow.
Fully voiced Japanese voiceover by an all-Japanese cast. That's cool. And
that's it for the games?
That's it for the games.
What was the one more thing? What was the big game?
Was it the monitor?
It's not the monitor. We will talk about the monitor, but what's the one game that ended the show?
I did not watch it.
Okay. It'd be nice to know that.
I told you I did.
No, it'd be nice to know what the big game was. There was no big game. It was the monitor.
27-inch gaming monitor with DualSense charging hook, developed by Sony Interactive Entertainment. This PlayStation 27-inch gaming monitor with DualSense charging hook is coming to the US and Japan in 2026. It delivers stunning visuals from the latest PS5 games to your desktop, featuring a quad high-definition IPS display of up to 256 by 1440 resolution, high dynamic range support, VRR support, and refresh rates of up to 120 Hz on PS5 and PS5 Pro consoles, and 240 Hz on compatible PC and Mac devices. The best thing about this stupid monitor is the little hook for the controller.
This monitor is actually really cool. How much is it? Does it have a price?
Did not say price or release date.
I hope it's not expensive, but I think that it's not 4K, so that's going to upset some people. It's QHD, but that hook is cool. And I think having a monitor to go along with your new console is a kind of a cool thing, because a lot of people are connecting their PlayStations to a TV, and maybe if you're getting this for like a kid to like have, or like a teenager to have in their room, maybe you don't want to get them a whole TV. Maybe they don't want a whole TV. Maybe they want something a little smaller, and it'd be much better for them to have a monitor than to have a whole TV, even if it's a small TV.
So this is different from the in-zone monitors that they have been making.
Yes.
Because this is actually like PlayStation branded.
As far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the 27-inch in-zone 4K monitor is currently $850.
Yeah, those are more premium, I would say. This is more like, I'm getting a PlayStation and I just want something personal to play it on, so I'm going to get this.
Yeah.
So even though it's only 1440p, I think at 27 inches, that's fine. And I think that it being 240 hertz is worth the resolution dip.
240 hertz for PC. 1440. Sorry. What the fuck did I say?
It says variable refresh rate support and refresh rates up to 120 hertz on PlayStation 5.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. And 240 hertz on compatible PC and Mac devices.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate that now.
Well, can't the PS5 not do?
It should. There's no reason it can't do 240 hertz at 1080p.
Okay.
I don't think it can, but there's no reason why it can't.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, again, a lot of people don't have TVs that could do 120 hertz. So
Yeah.
having a monitor, I think, is a good move for some people. And I'd rather this than having a whole ass TV, like, a PlayStation TV.
Yeah, I mean, they used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, even those were small. The
Yeah.
PlayStation TV was tiny. It wasn't. It was tiny by the standards of a TV. It was still pretty big.
Yeah.
I want to say, I'm going to say it was 27 inches, but the bezels were massive.
The Sony Bravia PX33, which had a built-in PlayStation 2, I think was
what I'm thinking of.
It was 22 inches, I think.
I'm thinking of the PlayStation, the one that looked like a Vita.
Oh, for the PS3.
Yeah, what was
the
that
3D
called?
one?
Oh, 3D TV.
Yeah.
$24 inches. So it was
Okay.
tiny.
Yeah.
It had a massive bezel. That's even smaller than this thing.
This is the one I was talking about. It had an actual PS2 built into the
Oh,
bottom.
I didn't even know about
It was
that.
only released in Europe.
I was talking about this thing, the one that looked like a whole.
Yeah, that I remember. That had a cool. Hold on, get out of here! I gotta hit the button. The PlayStation 3D TV had a cool feature where select 3D games would actually display different screens for split screen multiplayer. So like if we were playing a multiplayer game and we both had our 3D glasses on, when we go into split screen, I would see just my screen and you would see just your screen.
Yes, and because of that, we would each get half of the frame rate of the game because it would flicker, and the glasses would flicker at the same rate as the screen.
I didn't say it was a good feature. I was just saying it was a
So
feature.
if you split the screen, you're not splitting the screen, you're splitting the frame rate. So it's like I'm blinking at a different rate than you're blinking. We're blinking out of sync with each other. So we're getting two different images.
Also, I think maybe only 5 games supported that feature.
Yeah.
One of them was MotorStorm or something.
MotorStorm Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but still kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
That was your.
I think. Let me see that. Let me see your little controller thing.
Okay. A little doohickey.
Let me see. If I go like this. Go like. Yeah. Okay. The top right button is just the regular
Return. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So are we done talking about the direct?
No.
Play?
I was saying what was the one more thing, and it was Night Rain DLC.
Okay.
And it wasn't really a one more thing. It was just the last thing they talked about was Night Rain DLC. Then they talked about the PlayStation app. Then they talked about the monitor, and then they ended the show.
Okay.
And that's it. This horrible PlayStation showcase, I would say. Not very good. I wonder if Japan liked it more.
I don't know. Well, Japan, I think, got one more thing.
Okay.
In the form of a Japan exclusive PlayStation 5.
Oh yeah.
During today,
before we get into that, I wanted to bring this up.
Okay.
Jeff Keighley said, "How did you grade today's State of Play Japan?" And 51% of people said it was bad. It was a D or below.
They might just be saying that because Jeff Keighley got rid of the Future Voices thing for the Game Awards.
Only 6% of people said it was an A.
All right.
And 15% of people said it was a B. All right, so PlayStation is getting a cheaper place.
During Tuesday's State of Play showcase, Sony announced a Japanese language only PlayStation 5 to be sold in Japan for 55,000 yen, which is about $357 starting November 21st. The digital edition of PlayStation 5 currently retails for 72,980 yen, meaning the new price point is nearly 25% cheaper. Japan's new PS5 model will be region locked to Japan and will only work with the Japanese PlayStation Network, according to the Financial Times. Sony releasing a new PS5 model exclusive to Japan isn't too dissimilar from when Nintendo released a Japanese language Switch 2 console for around $130 cheaper than the base version. Several factors could be at play here, like the depreciation of the yen and the U.S.'s unpredictable tariff policies, which analysts suspect were factors in the Switch 2's pricing strategy.
Sony 100% saw Nintendo do it and went, we can do that.
Oh, yeah.
We can do that very easily.
Oh, yeah.
And it would save us a ton of money. This is, I think, a great way for a company to get around the tariff
market conditions.
And the market conditions, yes. And this is what our policies are causing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not causing companies to open up factories here to make this stuff here.
It's not gonna. Yeah, there's no solution for our market.
Well,
these are Japanese devices. Yeah. The only one that's American is Xbox. You're gonna convince America to buy American consoles? Literally the only one is Xbox, and the hardware is not American.
Yeah.
So we gotta we had no time to build an American games industry, basically.
Yeah. Well, whose fault is that? Biden's. That's who.
Yes, Biden should have been building American consoles here. Yeah, so this is, I think, a reasonable move for a game company to make. I mean, Nintendo did it and PlayStation is doing it. And I think I mean, if that's how you're going to drastically drop the price for your own region, market, that's, I think, a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you have Xbox raising the prices in their own market
many times
by like a lot.
They're just like, just fucking get our games on PlayStation.
Yeah. So that's where we're at right now in video games.
Mm-hmm.
Things are getting worse for us, but better everywhere else.
Yeah.
What else do we got? Nolan, thanks for the Prime. And Alex, thanks for being a guy. And Professor Rock with the $2. You plan on playing a Windswept? I believe that's one of the 2D ones. I don't know. I didn't really think I liked it that much. It didn't look that good. I wanted to play Constance. Is that how you? Constance still has a demo. Planned release date November 24th. That's this one.
Okay.
It's like Hollow Knight, but
right, yeah.
But Splatoon. So anyway, what else do we got going on? Y'all have to play Arc Raiders. I have been playing Arc Raiders. It is very good, but it's very hard to recommend because
Bender is back in Fortnite.
How did you find out about this?
I got Blue Skied.
Yes. Okay, good.
So.
Also, I played Fortnite last night because I've been testing the Lenovo Legion Go 2. It is all Simpsons themed.
I know.
And it's kind of really cool. Like the game, the battle bus boots up into the Simpsons like logo.
Yeah.
And then everything's cel shaded. And then like a lot of the map is the Simpsons world.
Yeah. I saw an article about like trying to go through the Simpsons house to make sense of it. Because like there is a layout of it, but there's one corner of the house that's like kind of a mystery. So they're like trying to like make sense of that. Plus like the top floor isn't exactly right and stuff.
I was playing the game and I was looting a house and I went, is this the Flanders house? I was like, I know this house. But it's not the Simpsons house.
It would be right next to the Flanders house.
I was in the middle of a gunfight, so I was in no situation to be like just poking around.
Yeah,
I was shooting and I was like,
wait a minute,
this is accurate.
Yeah.
So you should try that. It's free.
Oh, yes.
So
Bender is it's $20 for the entire Futurama pack.
That's
you get Bender, Fry, Leela, and like all their backpacks.
Good. It's good they're back now.
Yeah.
But no, you gotta try the Simpsons.
Yeah, I guess
it's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, Arc Raiders is cool. It's impossible to recommend because it's such a weird game because like it's a looter extraction game.
Right.
So you drop in and everyone is better than you because they all have better stuff.
Of
So
course.
you just instantly die if you run into anybody. So the meta in the beginning of the game is just to kind of rat around and grab stuff and then leave. So like that kind of was an interesting, fun little meta game, and that's it. So you just kind of got to be into games like that. Also, it's not free to play; it's $40. So it's not like a game you can just try and see if you like it. You have to pay for the whole thing. So. Where are we? Who are you?
Nintendo launches a store app on iOS and Android. An official Nintendo Store app has finally been released on mobile, allowing players to shop games, accessories, and other merchandise on their phone. The Android and iOS app was previously only available in Japan, but now has launched for most other regions except for Australia and New Zealand. So, sorry, Wood, you can't get Nintendo games on your phone.
Not allowed. I don't know which account he uses because he uses the Australian one to get games early.
Right.
So I think he might just always use that account.
Well, he can't get the games on his phone.
So that might mean, he can't get the app for that account because. So the app you haven't had to try the app, have you?
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
So it's a Nintendo Store app.
Yeah.
And it shows, I mean, you can buy games on it and stuff. It'll go right to your system. But the cool thing that everybody's been talking about and excited about is you can see your whole gaming history on it. So you go to your little guy and you hit play activity. And now it shows your recent activity, how many hours you've put into it. And it shows you can sort by most played. Right? Total play time.
Yeah.
So it shows Smash Brothers is the most, Mario Maker 2, Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I think because I originally didn't have a screenshot of Breath of the Wild for the OLED Switch, I had the actual game running for like 2 weeks straight. And then Mario Maker 1 for the Wii U.
Yeah, it goes all the way back to the Wii U and the 3DS. So if like you have game data on there and you link your Nintendo ID account, like it'll be there.
Yeah, it shows everything.
Yeah.
This is more robust than anything they've ever had for showing how much you've played these games.
Previously, it was only available in the parental controls app, where like it gave you like a more detailed breakdown
on the Wii.
On the
Wii U?
No, for the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Speaking of those two apps, this is, I believe, the 5th Nintendo app available. You have the Nintendo Switch app, which I think is just for like getting multiplayer games up and running. You have the parental controls app. You have Nintendo Today, the news app. You have Nintendo Music, and now you have the store.
So I only have 2. I only have the Nintendo Switch app and the store.
Like, you could easily combine like all of these.
Yeah, there's no reason to have.
This is ridiculous. Like the other two guys, it's all in one.
I don't understand the reason for having the Nintendo Switch app anymore. I mean, it is. I guess that's your voice chat on a Switch 1, so you can't get rid of it.
Right, until they completely sunset the Switch 1.
It should be called like the Nintendo Switch 1 voice chat. Or Nintendo Switch voice chat for the Nintendo Switch 1 or something.
Or like, again, like that. The shop, parental controls, and even like the news app can all just be one app. Like I understand keeping music separate, but like there's no reason for it to be this distant. Maybe you want like the parental controls app separate if that's all you want to do from your phone on that, but like still.
Mecha Dragon wanted to know, show us your play activity, your earliest game. So I sorted by, I didn't do play activity, I did date first played. I scroll all the way down, and this is 2011.
Oh.
And it is the 3DS settings app. But then the next one is Pilot Wings, because that was the launch title that I got for the 3DS. And then the camera, and then the Mii Maker, and then the face shooting game, the one where you shoot the faces.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that was called. And then here's a question block. I guess is that Mario? Oh, AR games. Because I was showing everybody the cool 3D. And then Smash Brothers for the 3DS. And then Street Pass. So what if I sort it by most recently played and then go all the way? Oh, then that is different now. That is White Knuckles? Oh. It's a 3D video. And I think that's OK Go, the song White Knuckles.
Oh, interesting.
How did that happen? Did they have a 3DS specific app? Other than that, Face Raiders, Download Play, and then Pokedex 3D. And then Excite Bike, because I got it as part of the ambassador program.
The video for White Knuckles was shot in 2D and 3D, though only had been released using the 2D version, as there were few opportunities to show off the 3D version. As part of the initial system update, the Nintendo 3DS includes the 3D version of White Knuckles.
There it is. That was the first thing I did. Was watch that. And then also it has Green Lantern 3D trailer.
Interesting.
I have that here too. I have no idea. I gotta check my 3DS. I might still have it.
Yeah.
Because I moved everything over.
I was gonna say I have your original 3DS, but I think the battery ballooned.
Uh-oh.
So I gotta get a battery for it.
Get that out of there.
I did.
Okay. No, but I transferred everything, and it transfers everything.
Right.
So it should still be there. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
What's funny is Japan account holders that also have Japan Google Play Store access have had this app for years. It was called My Nintendo and functioned the same.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, well, fuck you, buddy. All right, so I like that app. It's cool only because it shows the play activity. And that's really it. Also, I guess I like buying games on the web page.
Yeah.
Because it's just easier to navigate that. It's still a pay. The eShop on the Switch 2 is better, but it's still not good.
Yeah, it's good to have like multiple outlets to get your games on.
Yeah. And I'd imagine this might be because you don't have to give money to Apple anymore when you buy stuff.
True.
Yeah. Anyway, Pokopia. First Nintendo published game key card release.
Pokemon Pokopia will cost $70 and only be available physically as a game key card.
Oh my god.
Something that has stunned some Nintendo fans. Following confirmation on the game's March 5th, 2026 release date earlier today, store pages for the highly anticipated life simulation have now gone live, detailing its price and status as a game key card. In the US, a Pokopia is available for pre-order now for $70. In Japan, meanwhile, it costs 8,980 yen, the same price point as Mario Kart World, which was $80 here, and more than other Nintendo published titles such as Donkey Kong Bonanza and even Pokemon Legends ZA. Nintendo's Japanese website specifically lists Pokopia Physical Edition as a game key card, while the same information isn't shown in the US. Nintendo has simultaneously published a YouTube video instructing users on how game key cards on the Switch 2 work, which uses Pokopia as an example.
That's interesting.
Nintendo previously stated that it had no plans to use game key cards for Nintendo-developed titles, something some fans have pointed to as a broken promise. But of course, Pokemon is not solely Nintendo-owned, and Nintendo does not develop Pokemon games. That said, Nintendo is publishing Pokopia, and this does appear to be the first Nintendo-published game offered on a game key card. This game is also being developed by Koei Tecmo, which is not a Nintendo development studio.
The Pokemon Company is so cheap. This is such a cheap move.
Yeah, I can't imagine this game being larger than a game key card. You know?
Larger
than the data of a game key card.
Than a game card, than a regular game card.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's 64 gigabytes.
Yeah.
This game is
going to be like 4.
Yeah, so like one of the reasons a publisher would decide to use a game key card is if the game is really tiny, because then it's just too expensive to pay for all 64 gigabytes.
Right.
But if this is Nintendo published, it's Nintendo paying the thing. This game just looks all around trash. So I don't understand.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I think when I initially heard about the game key cards, I'm like, oh, okay, so PlayStation does the same thing, Xbox does the same thing. There's no data on the disc. It's just like it's just basically a DRM. But like, I thought people knew that. I think game key cards brought to light this phenomenon.
Yeah, no, it definitely did.
Because they're calling attention to it.
Yeah. I think it makes sense for most publishers if it's small to just do a game key card.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of Nintendo's fault for not making smaller Switch cartridges. But this is Nintendo published.
Yeah.
So like just spend the money.
Yeah. It's
crazy that this game's also $70. This doesn't look, there's nothing about this says screams $70.
Yeah, especially like if you're gonna
charge $70,
Yeah.
make it a fucking regular cartridge.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane. Anyway, moving on. PS5 Cross-Buy.
We could finally be
Yay.
getting PS5 and PC cross-buy capabilities as the symbol has been discovered in PlayStation Store data. While it's not official, the new report means that PlayStation is testing the waters with PS5 and cross-buy, and owners of both platforms could be in for a dual entitlement sooner rather than later. News first broke on November 4th that new symbols had been discovered in the PlayStation Store's files. The findings came from Twitter account Amethyst. They said new symbols will be added soon, website and tool, but here are some nice new features from PlayStation. Yes, some are old, others are unseen. Kind of an echo mode, PS5 PC game, and cross-buy. The message also shows the symbols, what they look like, and it seemed very real.
Oh, it says PS5 PC.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it says cross-buy.
Yeah, the cross-buy, fine. I thought they were just assuming it was PS5 and PC.
Yeah.
But the fact that it has the symbol, that's a huge deal.
So again, like this is just, this is data found in the store. Like this isn't anything official, but like the fact it's there means like something's going on.
I want that so
Yeah,
bad.
this would be incredible. Because like hopefully cross-buy leads to cross-save.
Yeah, I would maybe play more PlayStation games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could finally get through all like the games I'm buying.
Yeah, this would be a huge move.
Now, the big question is, because like Microsoft obviously does this, but there's Xbox, the console, and then there's Windows. Like obviously Microsoft can just publish their games on Windows. Like
There
they have
is
their own store.
There is no way this is going to be seamless. There's something,
Yeah.
some tomfoolery afoot.
Yeah, because like with Xbox, you just get the game from the Xbox Windows store. There's no PlayStation Windows store. So do you have to go through Steam? Do you have to go through Epic?
Yeah, maybe it gives you a code.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll have a deal with Microsoft. Or maybe they'll have their own, they most likely will have their own launcher.
See, I was they're kind of due for like some of their games. Like you need to
Spider-Man, I think, has a launcher.
Yeah, you need to like log into with a PlayStation account and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're going to have a deal with Steam because like most of the games go on Steam first, or you have to pick your platform. Like you have to pick Epic or Steam.
And the cross-buy button will be more money.
Yes.
That's what I think. It's going to be something like that.
Absolutely. They're going to charge you $10 extra for that.
I think PlayStation is working on their own launcher for Windows. And I think that would be great. Because then in the next generation Xbox, you could just get the fucking PlayStation launcher on.
Well,
you just play PlayStation games on your Xbox.
I didn't have it here because I only found one article on it, but like now the rumor is suggesting that the PlayStation 6 is also going to basically just be a PC.
All right. I'm all for the all PC future, but I don't know if I'm for PlayStation also doing
Yeah.
that. Sounds really weird.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Microsoft doing that, but for some reason PlayStation doing that is breaking my head a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like enough of this shit.
Yeah. So, just to clarify, this is just speculation based on some data mining somebody found in the store.
Correct.
What I would speculate from this is that there will be cross-buy in the future between PlayStation 5 and PC, but it will be some weird shit. It's probably going to be PlayStation's own launcher on PC that will give you access to your PlayStation game. The save file is going to have some weird shit going on. Hopefully it's seamless, but probably not. And it might be more money.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen cross-buy since the Vita. That's the whole reason I bought a Vita.
Yeah.
Cross-save, question mark?
That's what I want to know because I have Horizon Zero Dawn on both PS5 and Steam.
I don't see how you can do this without cross-save.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Now, this is an article here, and I don't even know if it's new news, but I saw on Twitter, Carrie was talking about this. There exists tools for developers to get cross save with. Okay, so this is cross save between Xbox, Steam, and Windows.
Okay.
But it also, I think, gives you the tools to do it on other platforms if you have game platforms currently supported: Xbox, Steam, and Windows. So this is tools for developers to get your cross save working with Xbox and Steam and PC.
Mm-hmm.
So the tools are out there. Obviously, it doesn't work for all games because not every developer is just putting this in there. But a lot of first-party Xbox games have cross-save between everything. Like, you play your Indiana Jones between Steam and Xbox, and that's pretty great that you could do that. But, again, third-party games, not so much. So there's really, these days, no reason not to have your save file bounce between a bunch of stuff. Save file is just a file.
Yeah.
Bounce it around. Yeah, they just don't want you to be able to manipulate it. But if it's a if it's a single player game, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Let us manipulate it. Anyway. Edward Bova just linked an article. Sorry, Sony fans, the PlayStation 6 might be even more PC than console.
That's it.
There have been more than a few strong hints that the next-gen Xbox will effectively be a PC. As if gaming systems weren't already looking very familiar, PlayStation's lead architect Mark Cerny has effectively said that Sony's next-generation hardware, let's just call it PlayStation 6 for now, will break away from the old mold of proprietary custom chipsets. The end result will be a more open console that may leave any thoughts of system exclusivity by the wayside. Cerny has already effectively confirmed there is a new PlayStation hardware in the works. These next-generation console efforts will likely combine with Project Amethyst, an initiative alongside chipmaker AMD to develop new upscaling and... Okay, all right. Developers can create their technology with the understanding that it will work across multiple platforms such as desktops, laptops, consoles, etc. There will be much larger pickup of new features. And that's what he said. And that's all he said. Yeah, I don't know if that necessarily means much because consoles have gotten more and more PC-like.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine this is just another step towards the architecture being basically just a PC. I can't see Sony just opening the platform up to just be a PC.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, I could see it still being a locked down operating system. All right, cloud streaming officially coming to the PlayStation Portal.
Cloud streaming has officially arrived on the PlayStation Portal devices after being in beta for a year, as well as the continued ability to play select games from the PlayStation Plus game catalog and Classics collection. Of the officially launched cloud streaming feature also has the ability to play select digital PS5 games from the player's own library without needing to connect to their console via remote play. According to Sony's full list of cloud streaming supported games, a total of 2,793 games from PlayStation Store can be streamed on the PlayStation Portal via the cloud if the player already owns those games. For PS Plus premium members, a further 196 games from the PlayStation Plus game catalog and 107 from the PlayStation Classics catalog can also be streamed, as well as 75 free-to-play titles. Sony says the ability to use cloud streaming on the portal to play the user's own library of games makes for new possibilities beyond simply being able to stream their games on without having to rely on remote play, which requires a PS5 at home to be on. TLDR, they're making the thing more usable.
Yeah, so this, people were surprised this wasn't a thing already.
It was in beta for a year.
Yeah, so I made a video on it. It's been in beta for a bit. It is much, much more usable to just stream your game from the cloud.
Yeah.
Because your home internet is not set up to be a server. You know? It's not set up to stream like this. So streaming from the cloud is usually just way better. So in my first PlayStation Portal review video, I was shitting all over it because I was like, why first of all, why does it exist at all? Why does this device exist? Second of all, why can't it stream from the cloud? You got a great cloud infrastructure. It works. The cloud streaming for PlayStation works great on other devices. Why not allow this streaming only device to work with cloud streaming? It only works via remote play. So the beta came out like a year ago. I did another video, and it's better. It's a lot better.
Yeah.
It's still not, I still don't like it, but it's definitely better now that you can do cloud streaming. And now I guess it's out of beta. I didn't even know. I thought it was already out, but whatever. So now it's out of beta. So if you have a PlayStation Portal,
if you have a PlayStation Portal and you're subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium, you can do this.
Do you need PlayStation Plus to do the remote play?
No.
You don't?
No. Just to do the cloud streaming.
Okay.
Which kind of sucks. Because, like,
yeah,
I don't have PlayStation Plus, any tier. But if I want to cloud stream a game that I own, I need to give them like $130.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're using their servers.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Doesn't Xbox do that?
Yeah, but like, come on, man, big bro, come on.
Does the Portal come with like a free subscription? I don't think it does.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm surprised it took this long. I think the beta was just available. Like, I think you could have just used the beta. So people probably don't even know that it was a beta. It also a lot better now that it's out of beta. I've been using the crap out of it the last couple of days. It's the way it should have been at launch. So Sony still continues to think that PlayStation Portal sales are good. Shinobi tweeted, PlayStation Portal is now the most popular device that players use for PlayStation 5 remote play. And then I said, this just in, the iPhone is the most popular Apple device that users use for iMessage.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck type of statistic is that? That's like the biggest nothing of a statistic. So, PlayStation Portal, getting another feature, yay. When I first heard that they were when I saw that rumor of the cross-buy, my mind went to like a handheld or something, like another Sony device, not necessarily a PC. Anyway, the big news: GTA 6 delayed again.
Hi, everyone. Grand Theft Auto 6 will now release on Thursday, November 19th, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realize has been a long wait, I'll say, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with the level of polish you have come to expect and deserve. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Leonardo and return to a modern-day Vice City. Sincerely, Rockstar Games.
So in terms of just Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto 6, I don't care. Like, you release the game whenever you want. It's not a big deal. I'll play it whenever it comes out. But there is like a whole economy resting on this game.
Yeah.
So like, it's interesting to see, like, games aren't releasing. When was it? It was May, right?
Yeah.
Games purposely were not releasing in May because Grand Theft Auto was coming out. Now Grand Theft Auto is delayed, so now there's a big hole where they could have been releasing games. On top of that, Grand Theft Auto 6 will bring a lot of people into the gaming economy, a lot of people into buying consoles and stuff. I'd imagine Sony is like anticipating a big boom around then. There are influencers who only make money doing Grand Theft Auto content that have had nothing to do for years, ramping up in anticipation for this. There is the No Pixel community who has, lots of money tied up in Grand Theft Auto content. So there's in terms of just playing the game, I don't care. Release it whenever it's ready. I'll play it whenever. I'm not like that crazy about it. But there are so many people riding on this, and you just keep kicking it down. So now all these people have their whole lives being just kicked down a little bit.
It's crazy that like one game has like this much power.
Yeah.
That like all of video games is resting on this one release. Imagine if it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, there's little chance, especially these days. AAA games are so bad. I can't imagine a game like this coming out and being bad.
Yeah.
Games have I'm seeing AAA games released that are just straight up bad, and they're getting like okay reviews. And I shouldn't say that. They're selling well.
Yes.
So like this is going to be top 5 best selling game of all time.
Yeah.
And there's going to be so much in this game. At least a sliver of it will be great.
Now, one thing that could throw a wrinkle into this, Polygon, the website, posted a conspiracy theory as to why this game got delayed.
Okay.
The conspiracy theory is they delayed the game because they're not because they need to polish it, because they're waiting to see if it will be socially acceptable to sell it for $100. The base game. They're waiting to see like if the economy, like if inflation keeps going up, if things keep getting more expensive, then they can release the game for $100 and people would like understand.
I'd imagine that is a factor. My speculation wouldn't be that they want to necessarily sell it for $100. My speculation is that my speculation is they want to polish the game a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And also they want to see what the market conditions are like closer to release.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm sure they'd like to make as much money as possible, and I'm sure that they're going to sell it for $100, but maybe even more.
Mm.
But imagine if the market evens out and everything's great next year.
Yeah.
So maybe they will then sell it for $80.
I don't know.
But I think it's going to be $100. And I think Grand Theft Auto is the only one who can get away with it.
Grand Theft Auto is the only one that can get away with it, but you're going to see a lot of other games get away with it because Grand Theft Auto did it.
What do they want? Do they want to be one of the highest selling games of all time in terms of units, or do they want to make the most money possible?
I think they just want to be profitable.
Yeah. So they're going to sell it for as much as
like,
they can.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is already like, was it the second best selling game of all time? Red Dead Redemption 2 just became the 4th best selling game of all time. Like they don't need the games to sell hundreds of millions of units. They just need the games to be profitable.
You know what else I was thinking about this? When this was delayed, I was thinking, I don't know. Is the multiplayer going to release along with it?
No, they haven't said anything.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that it's just going to be the single player, and then the multiplayer will come a little later, or it might be a totally different purchase.
Would it be a purchase or would it be free to play?
Free to play, like to download and play for anybody.
Because like, wasn't Grand Theft Auto Online free to play?
No, initially you
needed Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah,
but eventually, like it became a standalone release.
Oh, I don't know, but I'm saying like when the game, a lot of people got Grand Theft Auto 5 just for the online.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think people are ready for that conversation yet. For like the game to not even have online at all at launch.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's going to be the big controversy when this thing gets closer to launch. It's not even going to be the price. It's going to be, wait, there's no multiplayer yet?
Yeah, I don't see anything about multiplayer.
Yeah. So what they could do is sell the multiplayer separately for more money. And then that combination of the two is like $120 or something. That's a possibility.
Also, too, like, the game is still only in development for PS5 and Xbox Series.
That's true, yeah.
You know, I don't think it's going to come out on PC in November.
No.
That'll probably come out a year or two later.
And that's crazy.
It's not coming out for the Switch 2 next year, if at all. You know, so.
Yeah, that's something Rockstar does, and I don't like it. I wish that they were better with PC releases.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's gonna be a rude awakening for people that this game is not gonna have a multiplayer at launch.
Yeah.
Anyway, next news: Microsoft no longer updating Halo Infinite.
Microsoft has announced plans to put Halo Infinite into maintenance mode later this month, so developer Halo Studios can focus on working on multiple new Halo games.
Halo Studios? I didn't know that
They changed their name from 343 to Halo Studios.
Oh God.
In case you didn't know what they work on. In a blog post, Halo Studios said Operation Infinite, due out November 18th, is the last major update currently planned for the Xbox and PC first-person shooter, but insisted it will support players with challenges, ranked rewards, and community events throughout the next year and beyond. Operation Infinite's free 100 tier Operation Pass and 100 tier Premium Pass have no planned expiration date. One of the new Halo games Halo Studios is working on is Halo Campaign Evolved, which is due out at some point in 2026 across PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. Halo Studios did not say what other upcoming Halo games are.
Okay, I mean, it makes sense. I think that the player base is probably really small right
Well, I think there's the reason why they call it Halo Infinite was because this was supposed to be the Halo game that was infinite.
Yeah, and then they fucked the multiplayer so bad. Like, I like the idea of a forever Halo.
Yeah.
Like, just get it over with, bury it, and have a multiplayer that is forever. Because people love the multiplayer.
Right.
But the infinite multiplayer was... They released it unfinished.
Right.
There was, like, barely any maps or anything, or game modes or whatever, and it was boring and bad. So... they slowly started to like work on it, but it took a really, really long time for them to do like anything with it. So if their goal was to make this the infinite Halo game, they failed that goal miserably.
Yeah.
So I don't blame them for wanting to sunset it because it was a failure. If of a multiplayer, I'll say.
It does make me wonder like what the future holds for Halo multiplayer. Because Halo is like one of the few FPS games that can do both.
Yeah.
Single player and multiplayer. Halo Campaign Evolved is only the campaign. It's not the multiplayer part of Halo 1. So like, what is the future of Halo multiplayer?
Yeah.
Going forward. They say they're working on other Halo games, but they don't specify what those are. Is one of those the multiplayer mode for Halo?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that there's a great opportunity for them to make another big banger Halo game, but they got to do it in a very specific way that I don't know if they're capable.
The next Halo game has to be a banger Halo game.
Yeah.
And it can't just be a remake of a Halo game everybody likes already.
Yeah. It could be a remake with a twist.
Yeah. Well, no, it has to be Halo 7. We figured it out this time.
Yeah. Rumor is they're remaking the original trilogy. If they got to do like a Final Fantasy VII remake type deal.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like a complete like reimagining.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
From Cortana's perspective. 2K says Mafia, the old country, was a success. That's good for them.
Yes.
I still didn't play it.
Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick seems pretty happy with this year's Mafia the Old Country. In a new interview, he said the relatively short, linear, semi-open world action game proves that a lot of players will buy games that are focused, not super bloated, and offer a good story. In a recent interview with Game Business Newsletter, Zelnick talked about some of the success Take-Two has had over the past few months. It turns out Borderlands 4 isn't selling as well as expected, which the CEO blames on PC issues and says he expects it to do well in the long term. On the flip side, Mafia the Old Country, a different game published earlier this year by 2K, a wholly owned subsidiary of Take-Two, actually beat internal sales expectations. According to Zelnick, it proves that people want well-made, narrative-driven single-player games. We want what we suspected was confirmed, Zelnick told the outlet, which is just if you give consumers a great narrative experience that's a lot of fun, somewhat contained at a fair price, then you can have the perfect result.
I thought it was $40. It's $50.
Yeah, which is still on the lower end.
It's better than 70.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's refreshing to hear someone taking the right lessons from video game success.
And it sounds like I don't think this game like sold a lot.
I don't know if it set the world on fire.
Yeah. But it's great that they manage expectations well. Like it's a success to them because they weren't expecting that much and they sold it for a lower price. So that's great. We want more games like this. We want more games that are smaller in scope, sold for cheaper, but still good.
Yeah, but I think, the fact that they emphasized that it was a single player game. It was, much more linear. It was, lower price. I think that enticed people to come and play the game.
Yeah.
Because that did make it stand out in the sea of multiplayer, endless games. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. So I just added it to the wish list. If it goes on sale, maybe I'll get it.
Yeah, it's on my wish list. It's not Steam Deck. which is a little.
You'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
I'll figure it
You'll
out.
figure it out. It'll probably work. It'll just be janky as all hell.
And we got to get our mom to play it.
And we got to get our mom to play. So I want to look up how long to beat. I feel like I do this all the time.
I don't think it's that long. I want to say it's like 15 hours.
I want to say, 12.
Okay.
That's longer than I thought. That's longer than I thought, honestly.
Yeah, but like compared to like other games?
Yeah. For a $50 game, why not? Last news, Nintendo Black Friday sale. Apparently it's trash.
Yeah, so I didn't like summarize this, but I figured we'll just go through it. So the big news out of this, obviously the Switch 2 is not getting a discount this year because it just came out. Also, no Switch 1 discount or bundles this Black Friday.
RIP Switch Black Friday bundles. That's crazy because they every single year since the Switch came out, except for the first year, they did a Mario Kart 8 bundle.
Yeah.
And that one's not around anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
That's crazy.
You know, they have the Mario Kart World Switch 2 bundle. They don't need to do the old one anymore.
That's, what are they going to do with all their old Switches?
I know. Yeah, so like the Switch 1 got a price increase. And now they're not doing any sort of discount this year for Black Friday.
A lot of games are getting discounts.
A lot of games
are
are
kind of
getting
the same
discounts.
old games, though.
Yeah, and they're not like great discounts. Like Mario Odyssey, $30.
That's good.
Sports,
It's just an
$30.
old game. So
Yeah. Luigi's Mansion 3, $40.
I think Echoes of Wisdom is a good deal for $40.
I guess. Super Princess Peach Showtime, $40.
That game looks like shit, so.
That game was featured in Peacemaker Season 2.
Oh, why?
Because, spoiler alert, Vigilante is playing it in his bunker, and he specifically says, like, I'm trying to play Princess Peach Showtime. It's, you know, just because we play as a girl doesn't mean it's not difficult.
Okay. All right. Tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
This is by Gogo Kiko, and it says, at Zora Mondani, I made you in Tomodachi Life. Do you like him? And there he is.
There he is. There he is.
I think they did an amazing job.
Yep.
And this probably took hours. All right. Now we get to talk to you guys.
Yes. Let's start with people who left comments on last week's Wolf Den Podcast or on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Wolf Den Podcast.
But before that, Sunny is Sunny. Thanks for the subscription. Hideo Benjamin with the 36 months. Hey guys, Bob, can you show Will how to save his streams as VODs? Thanks in advance.
I figured it out. Sorry. I thought I did it for last stream, but apparently I did it. I figured it out this time. The next time I stream, which will hopefully be this Saturday, follow me on Blue Sky and turn on notifications.
Or join our Discord.
Or join our Discord.
He will add everybody in the Discord.
Yes.
People told me that you didn't have VODs, and I said, I don't know if you can have them because you're not partnered or anything.
No, I saw it. You can have them.
Okay.
So
Is it 30 days that it saves them?
I think so.
I think that's the
I'll
normal.
double check.
That's the
but yeah,
normal time. Unless you pay for Twitch Turbo, which I don't.
Not doing that.
Anyway, where am I going here? Last week, Fartonio says, every podcast, they give me something else to be upset about. 10 out of 10 best podcast I listen to constantly to hate watch it. I'm assuming that's the cat thing.
Listen.
We did it at the top of the show.
We did. We wanted to get it out of the way. Look, if
cats are bad, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like listen, if you're not angry at a podcast, then the podcast is bad.
I have 2 dogs that are essentially cats. I feel like I qualify to talk about this. Matt says, finished both Link's Awakening on Switch, DX and Remake. It was really nice to turn on my console, play for a while, hit sleep, and continue whenever. Didn't even have to think about settings, update times, queues, or whatnot. I wish more gaming experiences could be this enjoyable on other platforms.
Yeah.
I play obviously on all these different types of consoles, and I love my PC handhelds and my PC and all of this stuff. But every once in a while when I pick up my Switch 2 or my Switch, I'm like, it feels like just so much better. It's like, it's like thin and like classy and like you
Yeah.
just get into the game. There's no bullshit. When I pick up a PC handheld, sometimes I don't even get to play the game. Sometimes I pick up the PC handheld, I'm like, oh, this didn't update. Oh, the controller's not working. Oh, this happened. And then I end up just going to sleep.
Yeah.
But being able to put the game to sleep and stuff
Yeah.
You take all these little things for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny Wave says, honestly, I'm here for Bob X Soulja Boy beef.
I'm surprised he hasn't come for us yet.
A lot. I'm surprised at the amount of people that were talking about the Soulja Boy thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
I know, like, he has a history of going after, like, the haters.
I don't think
they
he's
say.
on Twitter.
Oh, look at that.
Melon says, Will, what are your thoughts on Catwoman? What?
She's okay. She can stay. It's all right. It's not her fault. She had a rough upbringing.
What are we talking about?
I guess because she's a cat.
Oh. Jeff T.
My honest thoughts are she's the only romantic interest in Batman's life that works and makes sense. You can't force a love interest on Batman in movies and comic books because it never works out. She's the only one that works and makes sense because she's the only one that fits into his world. The closest is possibly Talia, but that's doomed from the start. Okay? Catwoman's the only one who works. Thank you.
Jeff T. Magic says, were you aware that y'all are the best? Looking forward to the podcast every week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, he didn't give us any of the cat comments.
There were probably too many.
They're probably too mean. He's saving
Yeah.
us from them. Lee Schmau, thanks for the raid, apparently. Oh, and Lee. It's Lee Show. God. Hello, Lee. And AJ. AJ, it's early. Oh, it's not. We're late.
Yeah.
We were late today.
We're all messed up.
Anyway, you're late as hell. Okay.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Why don't you? Revel got a Lamar Zocco.
Oh, I forgot where I was. I was in some coffee place and I saw they had a Lamar Zocco. I'm like,
Oh, I thought you were going to say I was in some coffee place and I got the text message that Trevel got a Lamar Zocco.
no. I saw it. I'm like, yeah, that's what Bob wants.
I got news for you. Half of all coffee places have a Lamar
Right.
Zocco. All right, now we're in the chat. By
Yes.
the way. We're in the chat real quick. Delta Snake Eater is getting a collaboration with a free-to-play shooter, Delta Force. I'm sure it's only because they both have Delta in the title. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. That's kind of a stupid reason to collaborate with somebody. Edward says this is why GTA 6 is being delayed and why they are going.
Oh, because of the union busting?
Yeah, I was gonna. I thought that's what you were gonna say when you were saying the reason that they were.
Oh,
delaying it.
yeah.
I thought that it was gonna be because of this.
No, I think
They only. I mean, they fired a lot of people, but they only fired what, like 60 people at most?
more than 30 employees were fired for sharing confidential information in a public forum. And they're saying that is that the people who were fired recently, who were trying to form a union,
Mhm.
like that's why they were fired. It had nothing to do with forming a union.
They were fired.
Rockstar's trying to say that they were fired for leaking information,
Oh, okay.
not because they were forming a union.
Okay.
They
well,
just happened to be forming a union.
I don't think that is why the game's delayed, because there
Yeah.
are thousands of people working on the game.
Yeah, I think
They were absolutely fired for forming a union. I would bet money on that.
I think if anything, they're going to try and blame the delay on them. But I think at the end of the day, this game is being delayed because it is the biggest game ever made,
Yeah.
and they need to get it right.
Oh my God. E's here. Hello, E.
Oh, hey,
He
congratulations!
got married. I was there.
I saw the pictures.
There were a lot of fireworks.
and a robot.
I missed the robot.
How did you miss the robot?
It was 11 o'clock at night. I was out of there. I left as the robot walked in. I got pictures of the robot like the second I got in the
Right.
car. Chill Dominic, it's wild. Someone was talking about audio delay when the first thing I noticed when the podcast started was the audio difference. Bob, you nailed it. Oh, you're saying the audio was good. Oh my God, thank you. Don't lie, you were the robot the whole time. Will, did you read The Long Halloween for Spooky Month?
I mean, I read The Long Halloween like once a year. It's like required reading.
I started reading. I didn't finish it, but I mean, I read it back in the day, but
Yeah.
I started reading it again, but I didn't finish it. But it's very good.
It's very good. I didn't read The Last Halloween, which is like that just came out. That's the third and final installment in the trilogy or whatever.
I didn't even know there was a
Well,
trilogy.
yeah, because like Tim Sale died, so like he's not doing the art. It's
What's
like
the second installment?
Dark Victory.
Oh, okay.
That one was also very good.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously you read Long Halloween. I will, now that Last Halloween is finished, I'm gonna get the collected edition and I will sit down and I will read that and hopefully not be disappointed.
Snake the Jake says, Bob, your channel was mentioned on the podcast Get Played this week.
I listened to that.
Had one of those Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV moments. How? What do they do? And who is that?
I listened to that. That's Doughboys.
No.
All right, it's one of the
Pillsbury?
no, it's what the hell is his name? It's Nick Weiger of Doughboys. It's Heather Ann Campbell who writes for Rick and Morty, and it's their friend Matt Apodaca. They do a video game podcast. It's like the only video game podcast I listen to.
Okay.
So now they're talking about.
What did they say? I want to know.
I'll listen to it on my way home. Apparently,
Zane Carney was. Oh, I know Zane.
oh,
I know Zane. That makes sense.
there you go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sonic's LM with the £5 joining very late today. Well, we were very late today. Going to watch from the top when you finish. Congrats on the show. 250. Oh yeah, it's 250.
Yes. So I did math.
Mhm.
If you combined this podcast with the last podcast,
Which we never talk about.
No, but we are 8 episodes away from 500 combined podcast episodes.
That's it?
Yeah.
I feel like that's not a lot.
So like if we do a podcast every Tuesday for the rest of the year, the 500th episode will be the first episode in the next year.
Wow. I got random recommendations from the WULFF Den Pod channel of an old Bob stream on The Last of Us 2. Bob used to stream on the WULFF Den Pod. No, that the WULFF Den Podcast channel used to be the VOD channel. I used to just upload VODs to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then he said, also, Bob played a first-party PlayStation third-person over-the-shoulder game. Yeah, I played so many of them. I got so fucking sick of them. That's why I don't like them anymore. Chill Dominic says, Bob, how's the studio coming along? Last time I heard Bingle and you talking about loose wires. It's coming. I haven't had a lot of time to be working on it, but it's all the shelving's up. We can move our games there.
Cool. I still have the Legend of Zelda promo disc in my backpack, so just give it to you.
You can drop, yeah, leave it here.
All right.
I'll buy the new Nintendo console when the new Mario game comes out. That's how it works. I'm with you. That makes a lot of sense.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Professor Rock with the $2. 500 minus 8, baby. Let's go. And Brown Sarah Bear, thank you for gifting us up. Hold on. Roll up. DT Hayward, who are you? I hate how replies work in Bob or Will, have you tried the Simpsons Fortnite season? Yes, we talked about it earlier.
Talked about it before.
I played a little bit of it while I was testing the Legion Go 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome. It's like awesome. I mean, it's still Fortnite, but like it's awesome how the world is now.
Yeah.
It's a really cool collaboration, I think. Or integration. I also did a live stream earlier this week about the Lenovo. I streamed the unboxing of the Legion Go 2, and in that live stream, there's 2 things that I said. One of them, I said that I was not going to do a video on the Legion Go 2 this week because I had something else to make a video on. Well, that video, the embargo changed to next week, and I said, I can't make a video on this next week because there's another embargo that I have next week. So you're going to have to wait 2 weeks. So I'm doing the Legion Go video this week. And I am not prepared for it at all. I haven't finished writing the script and I haven't filmed or anything. So it might be a little late, but I'm hoping to get it done by Thursday. The Legion Go 2 video will be out this week. Also in the live stream that I did on Sunday, people kept coming into my chat and saying, don't forget to change the BIOS setting for the Legion Go 2 so that the 2 gigabytes of VRAM is raised to 8 or something. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. 2 gigabytes of VRAM, that's like not a lot. And I was playing games and the games were running fine. So I decided to not change the setting.
Mm-hmm.
Last night I did change the setting from 2 gigabytes to 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I got, let me tell you the performance difference. In Cyberpunk, doing the benchmark tests, I got 2 whole frames.
Whoa!
From going to 2 gigabytes of memory to 8. Yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
2 whole frames.
That's like twice the amount of frames.
And in game, it's hard to tell if there's any difference at all. Same thing with Resident Evil. Those are the only games that I played with 2 gigabytes. My speculation is that the game just pulls as many gigabytes as it needs, and that 2 gigabyte number is not a real number. Are you excited for the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Direct tomorrow? I didn't know that was
it's they're gonna do like a direct tomorrow. They specifically said like no gameplay footage will be shown in this in this direct.
Okay,
it's all gonna be about the
movie. That's good. I appreciate when they do that.
I would like to know how Yoshi factors into this, because the post-credit scene of the first movie was Yoshi. Like, how does he factor into Galactic?
This is Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
Rare is releasing a collection of their games on Evercade, but it's not coming to other consoles. That is sad.
Well,
that's why emulation is great.
It's probably all games that are on Rare Replay. No?
I have an idea for a video. Virtual game cards and family accounts when you have more than 2 Switches. I now have 2 Switches, two Switch 2s and 2 Switch 1 and 2 accounts. You know, I don't understand it either. I think Wood has a video on it.
Okay.
But I got another Switch 2, and Hannah's been using it, and I really don't understand how I can like let her play my games. I don't really understand. And when I get a game off of the eShop, and I download it onto my Switch 2 and I go to play it, it does the whole like animation of it like inserting a virtual cartridge, and it's kind of really annoying because like I don't know what that means.
Right.
I don't know what's it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Oh yeah, I like your recent video title change to ... why. Yeah. 2 weeks ago I had a video and the title I did it wasn't a change, it was an A/B test.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually no, I did change it, I guess. It started off with like oh, yo dog, I heard you like screens. And then it was like 1X player review or whatever. And then I did that title did all right. So I did an A/B test of that and then one that just said why ? And the one that just said why won the A/B test. More people. So the way that A/B tests work on YouTube, you can A/B test titles or thumbnails, and it will pick the one that has more watch time.
Yeah.
So if somebody clicks on it and watches for a long period of time, that one will win. So it's not just about clicking through; it's about clicking through and keeping them. So it's not really about clickbait; it's about the clickbait and keeping them.
Yeah.
And trapping them. It's about bait and trap.
So I have a question, because this happened when I did one of the, forgot which backlog I did, but I did A/B testing of title and of thumbnail.
Okay.
And when you do that, it marries a title to a thumbnail.
Yeah, so there's multiple ways to do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when you A/B test titles, unfortunately you have to pick one. Yeah, you can A/B test the title and thumbnail, but it'll because if you think about it, like all the viewer is seeing is the title and the thumbnail.
Right.
So if you A/B test 2 different thumbnails and 2 different titles, you want them to be married.
Yeah.
Or else there'll be too many combinations, you know, and then that gets really confusing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want to A/B test titles and thumbnails, you should do titles first and then thumbnails second. Yeah. Regarding Studio, you found the background game for your window yet? Hey, don't leak anything. And no, I haven't. Mineral Snake says, took me a minute to figure out the family share crap for Nintendo too. So you have a parent console that the game is slotted into. You can loan this to your friends for 2 weeks, or if it's another console associated to your Nintendo account, then you can move the game to that console. It will then show as dashed outline on the first console. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking, because I'm talking about sending it to another family member in the family group.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Will's in the family group. So, like, if I send... And then how do I send it? Or do you download it, and then will it ask me?
I haven't tried it. I would have to like go and look. I can try and look at it tomorrow.
Guys, it's late. Goodbye. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. Usually, the WULFF Den Podcast is every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/WULFF Den or youtube.com/WULFF Den Podcast. You can't make the show for any reason at all. We always put the archive version up over on youtube.com/WULFF Den Podcast. So you can go and check us out over there on demand whenever you want. But if you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well, because we're also an audio podcast on any and every podcast service, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Audible.com. The list goes on, but no matter where you get the show from, folks, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us, because that helps us with placement on all of those respective platforms.
I will hopefully have a video up on Thursday. I'm trying my best here on the Legion Go 2. Next week, I might have an early video in the week. And that's all I have to say. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to raid Fried Biscuits, who is playing Arc Raiders. I've been playing that game a lot with him. Now he's playing with Jackson.
Oh.
That sounds like, just a silly time.
Yep.
Go watch him for a little bit. Thank you for being here. See you next week or later or whenever I do something next. And watch Will this weekend when he streams. Goodbye.
Bye.